for a good cause. Welcome back, everybody. It is June, and that means one thing and one thing only. Pride is here. And this year, when Fiverr reached out to me and asked me to collaborate with them on their Here Comes the Clowns collaboration project for the visibility of LGBTQ members in the community, I had to jump at the opportunity and say absolutely yes. I was so excited to be included in and work on this project with every amazing creator who was a part of it. But me being me, grim dank painter extraordinaire, you know I had to go with painting the grimmest, darkest clowns of them all. That's right, juggalos. These Fanta guzzling, magnet pondering fans of Insane Clown Posse have been a staple of the rural Midwest for more years than I can count, and it felt only appropriate to give them some representation as little goblin miniatures. In the order of painting, I decided to try out a new technique, and that is inside out paint. I don't know the name of it. You start by painting the stuff that is the most inwards, and then slowly move out layer by layer towards clothing, weapons, accessories, things of that nature. It's not inside out, but it kind of is. Maybe. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what this is actually called. So I started by painting the skin of all of my models, and I do that the same way as if I was approaching any other skin tone, but green this time. So I took out a variety of different shades, a bunch of greens, some yellows, and also some interesting contrasting colors like oranges and blues to more carefully control the hues and saturations of these paints. Like humans, no two Goblin has the same skin color, and I paint all of my skins with a unique blend, mixing in separate highlight colors to bring each of them up respectively when applying highlights. But of course, for the squigs, I was left with no choice but to paint them Fanta orange. The rest of the paint process is fairly mundane at this point, working up in successive highlight layers and, really just basic layering and glazing, etc. techniques. I tried to work on my highlights a little bit more this time around because there were some nice curved areas that I don't get a ton of practice with AdMag miniatures, so I thought this was a good opportunity to hone my brush control skills. But all of that is way less important than what is actually happening with this project, which is visibility for the LGBTQ members of this community, which is, in my opinion, very underrepresented. There are a lot of people in this community that I love to interact with who are on the non-binary spectrum or are queer or trans themselves. Some of my closest friends in the hobby identify in such a way, and I'm of the opinion that more unique voices in this community can only be a good thing. So I was super excited to engage with this project and hopefully bring a little bit more visibility to the issues facing the trans, queer, and otherwise communities today, which is why I'll be contributing to the Trevor Project in this month with a little bit of a challenge. For each like that this video receives up to a maximum of 200, I will be adding $5 to my contribution for a maximum of $1,000 additional dollars. So if you want to contribute to a good cause but don't necessarily have the financial means to do so yourself, just like this video and I'll throw a little bit of extra money in. Every bit counts. The Trevor Project, for those who don't know, helps the LGBTQ community with mental health issues that disproportionately affect them and getting them the resources they need to tackle those issues. Having been someone who's gone through therapy and counseling myself, I absolutely recommend it for even people who don't think they need it. You'll absolutely end up finding more out about yourself and really diving into what makes you unique and beautiful as a person. And I think that is a really important experience to have, but unfortunately not one that is accessible to many people with the price of entry that it does command at this point in time. So what the Trevor Project seeks to do is alleviate those financial concerns for the people who most need it. With all of that out of the way, we can get back to some more of the fun things dealing with this project. Because these guys are little juggalos, they had to have face paint. But they're also goblins, and therefore kind of dumb. So I thought it would be very goblin of them to not paint their faces, but rather paint their helms and armor pieces around their face, as if that were indeed their faces themselves. That was a little just bit of fun flavor making, as I like to do with all of my projects. And of course, after all of the detailing was done, I was really happy to then drench everything in streaking grime. We're going with dark streaking grime this time because the green skin tones and overall darker color schemes I think will lend to this shade a little bit better than the typical color. Overall, I'm extremely happy with how these models turned out, and without further ado, here come the clowns. Alright, well that just about does it for this video. Remember to hit that like button, and if you want to, tell your friends about this video and have them hit the like button. I'm well prepared to donate an additional $1,000 to the Trevor Project at the end of 2 weeks if we can get to 200 likes on this video. And, you know, tell me what your experience has been like with diversity in this hobby, because it is a sector that I hope to see expanded much more in the near future. Again, more voices, it's just a good thing. But anyway, that is it. I will have some more interesting content, hobby related, and some new stuff coming soon, so make sure you stay subscribed so you don't miss a single video. And until then, I will see you guys next time. Peace!